We have AI, now let's add another buzzword, gamification. Right?
Right.
So I know that that's also a huge thing in the edtech space, and something many edtech companies are struggling with is retention. Right? So people sign up for a course and then like 95% of them drop out because it's just too easy to drop out, you know. And
it's like going to the gym, right?
Yeah, it's like you sign up at the beginning of the year and then, you know. But you know, let's talk about gamification. How can it help? Do you guys have plans for making the experience, gamifying it in some way?
Right.
And where do you see that whole edtech space shifting in the future?
I mean, I think in general, like the trend is like going towards gamification. I mean, the word gamification, it's like a buzzword, right?
Yeah.
Like the way I like to describe it is like human-centric design.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you think about what's a game is something that motivates a user to use it all the time. So if you imagine like kids that are playing like a video game, and they stay like all night long, like try to level up their characters, and they risk the parents to figure out that they're doing that. So they're risking their, like to be punished in order to level up their character. That's amazing motivation behind it. So how those guys from those game designers managed to hook those users to stay there such a long time. So gamification is like taking those elements and applied in a non-game setting, right? So education can be like the best example, I think, because imagine the same kids will spend all night trying to study mathematics or like Chinese, right? That would be amazing. Like you manage to reach an incredible retention and incredible results for those kids, so they can unlock a lot of opportunities. That's tough. How do you manage to do that? We are trying to do that. To be honest, like you tried our app before, so we have like some point system. So like you have those kind of elements that you can use in order to say, okay, I'm getting this exercise right, I'm getting some points, or making wrong, I don't get points, so I want to get enough points to be in a leaderboard and level up, beat my friends. Right? Those are kind of like basic game design techniques. It's called like a PBL, so point, badges, and leaderboards. But I believe the real core of gamification is more like internal psychological drives. So it's how you actually design the full system with some psychological drives that allows people to see the bigger picture. It's not just I want to get those points and beat my friend, but actually I want to be the number one in the leaderboard, but it's more like how can I see, like, for example, like my character leveling up? How can I see myself actually growing as an individual? And that's something that is really amazing if you manage to do that, because it's not just like a fictional character, like, I don't know, I'm leveling up my Pokemon and then getting like evolving my Pokemon, but you're actually evolving yourself.
Yeah.
So you're becoming a better person, and that, for example, learning Chinese, that can unlock a lot of opportunities in your real life.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting challenge, and we are working on that and trying to understand deeper what are the psychological drives of people, what's actually like how you can motivate people. But I think if you really want to do that, you need to understand what are the real objectives of people. I think that's the main problem of, we talked about before about personalization, right?
Yeah.
So the main reason why I think educational like startups are failing to really motivate people is the fact that the curriculum that they build is standardized. What I mean by that is, if you ever use those famous apps like for language learning like Duolingo, right? What Duolingo does is basically they create this long list of lessons that you have to make and divide by levels. Right? But if I go on Duolingo, you go on Duolingo, the content we find is exactly the same. So the objective at the end will reach the same level of knowledge. So Duolingo has to use all these like techniques to make you hooked, like daily streaks, like or points, and so on and so forth. What I believe is, if you manage to create a curriculum where the objective at the end is really personal to you. So in my case will be, I do a presentation from some Chinese investors. That's super relevant to me. If I manage to unlock that objective, actually I can achieve something in real life. And I think that's the key to unlock really powerful gamification for educational content.
Got it. That's very interesting, and it's going to be a big challenge in the future, right?